Hi there, it's Connie-Rae. Welcome to Connie-Rae's Craft Room. Today I have a gorgeous treat for you, a treat box I should say, and this is a Halloween special, this one. I have to say we don't really do much in Australia for Halloween, but we are getting better at it. We're certainly not as busy as our American friends, but we do like a little bit of fun. So I decided to do this project because obviously Stampin' Up is American and they have lots of Halloween options, but this one was just too cute to pass on, and it is this mini coffin. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It is just so adorable. So I've already, this is my sample. Inside I've put a little mini Snickers and a mini Milky Bar. Well, what about Milky Way? Yes. So that's what will fit inside it. Now I'll show you up closely what it looks like. So here we've got our, let me bring that into focus. We've got our little sentiment here, and I have put some, what did I pop on the top of it? I'll better get the name of it right. And yes, our shimmery crystal effects. So what that does is it gives us, let me see if I can get that straight. I had it in focus before, it was just beautiful. Not today. Okay, let me see. Whoop. Alright, so I had it in focus before, and on the top of it, the shimmery effects just gives us this gorgeous little plate kind of effect on top of the treats sentiment, and it's got a little bit of sparkle in it, so that's really cute. We've got this little embellishment here that's out of a die, and I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing we've got is I've put some gorgeous ribbon around the top of it, and that is the let me see, basic black, scalloped edge ribbon. There you go, a scalloped edge ribbon around the top of the lid, and of course some of our Christmas rhinestones on there as well, which are the red ones, holiday rhinestones. And then of course inside, when you open it up, it's got this gorgeous scary kind of vampire Dracula kind of look, which I absolutely adore. This was actually an idea that I've cased from the catalogue. They had a picture of this with the ribbon in it, and I thought, oh, how clever is that? So this part I've actually cased from the catalogue, and I've used the ribbon that they've provided, which is a runched ribbon, and our what colour is it? Our real red, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the size of that. Make some beautiful bows with that. So that's basically the items that I've used. You will be able to purchase 12 of these. Oh, that's an envelope. These come as templates, and you put them together, and they're really, really super easy. So I'll show you how to do that. But you get 12 in a box. Oh, they're just adorable. Absolutely cute, cute, cute. So I'm going to show you how I've done that. So I'll just put my little treats back in here. Oh, they're so sweet. Perfect for Halloween gifts, I think. Okay, so the first things I wanted to do is probably this part here, which is going to, as this one's still wet. So I'll show you how, there you go, and I've ruined it. Okay, lucky I've already done mine. Let me just wipe that off. There we go. All right. You need to have some StazOn black ink. I have used the little stamp out of Sweetest Things stamp set, and I've used this little treat stamp here, and I've used StazOn. Now what will happen is if you let me see if I can give you an example. If you overstamp it with onto the copper, onto the champagne foil that I've used, which is in our catalogue as well. Don't worry about the items here in this tutorial, because down the bottom of the actual YouTube clip here, if you click the show more button, it will drop down all of the items that I've used and a link over to the shop so that you can buy them. Here you can see that it's been kind of overstamped, and so you lose that definition in terms of the word treat. So you want to be able to actually have it looking, oh, let me see. like that. And it doesn't matter. What I've found is that it actually works well like that, because once you put the crystal effects on, you're actually looking at it looks kind of more sparkly. So it just adds to the sparkly. But the most important thing is you don't lose your little treat word. So keep that in mind when you're stamping. Don't fuss too much about it, I think is what I'm really trying to say. So you get some champagne foil, and we are going to do two things. We are going to cut out this one with a little die, and we're also going to cut out the embellishment that we, oh, there they are, embellishment. So this is the embellishment, and this embellishment comes from Murphy's Law. I did my homework. I really did. It comes, oh yes, it comes from the, here we go. It comes from the Perfect Parcel dies. It's a part of Perfect Parcel dies. So it's one of the little label dies that go in there. So that's where it's from. And that's currently in the annual. Is it the annual catalogue? You will find it on the link. Don't panic. I'll do all the panicking for you. Okay, so let me just see. So we get the champagne foil. We get our little stamp, which I have, yes, I have left it on here. I'll just move this little one off in case I knock it over again because it's still wet. You do have to kind of do this one early so that it dries on time, or you can do what I did and you can pop it on and then put the shimmering effects on top of it and then just put it aside to dry. So maybe we can do that. Maybe. So basically you're going to get this. You're going to pop your little piece of your champagne foil on top there. Take this off when you go to stamp it so that you've got a little bit of room to actually add the ink to it, and then pop it back on. Don't try and flip it over, add the ink and then flip it back. It just makes it a little bit harder. Stays on ink will go on foil, so that's fun. Alright, so we'll just pop that down. Put a bit of pressure on it and ease it off. And as I said, if I was to go over that again now, it would probably not do it any justice. So we can leave it like that and put our shimmery effects on, and it's going to look fine, absolutely fine. So we'll put that aside because that needs to be cleaned off. Okay, so put our stays on away, and we've already cut that out, so we will leave that as it is. Now I'm going to add my shimmering effects last so that I can show you how to do that, but we'll leave that aside. And the other thing is I have gone ahead and I have cut out, let me just bring that into play. I have already cut out using the little flourish thing here from the Parcels die set. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just so pretty. So that's already been cut out. You don't have to worry about doing that on your Big Shot or whatever cutting options you have available to you. I used my Big Shot, and I've also got an electronic cutting machine, so and that works fine in both. No problem whatsoever with that. I've got to say I like the little Big Shots, the little machines that they put on the desk now, so you can run them through. They're kind of cool. Okay, so we've got our little embellishments sorted out, so let's get on with putting one of our boxes together. So this one is the base and lid. I used, did I use Tombow? I think, pretty sure I used Tombow because, you know, Murphy's Law, if you don't use Tombow, it's not going to work. That's it. All right, so what I've gone around and done is just use your bone folder just to enforce and burnish the already pre-scored lines. You don't have to do any cutting at all. They're already done. These are so cute. I love these. I've got no idea why they just tickle my fancy, but they do. I think it's because they are just fun. It's a fun little box, and I think that kids will love them. They'll adore them. I hope they can bring them over into the annual catalogue, because I just think they're so... Because people, there are people who do gothic-y kind of things as well for outside Halloween, of course. So, you know, you never know. They might use them as wedding favours. I've seen a gothic wedding favours treat, and it's actually quite cool. And what else would they use them for? You know, gothic parties and things like that. So, you know, I think that they should carry... Hopefully they'll carry them over. Even if they carry them over for 1 year, it'll actually... they'll be available. I think it's a good idea. Sometimes I wish we could carry things over for a lot longer than a few years, because some things I like to go back to. I've got some of the old flowers that I had from the stamp sets, and you know, I wish I could go back to them and reuse them in tutorials, because I just love them. But we only hold on to certain things for a certain amount of time, and then we don't use them anymore, so there must be a reason for that. Alright, so we've got the lid and we've got the base. Very easy to assemble. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I will do the this part first. I'll do the base first. You just need a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. If I can get any out of the jar. Oh, there goes my dog, barking her head off. Oh, come on, work. Okay. I didn't have it tipped upside down. Usually I store them tipped upside down. Okay, let me try another one. Oh, here we go. Maybe this one's going to cooperate. Oh, of course. Murphy's Law. Didn't I tell you? Oh my gosh. It always does things like this to me. Okay, good. Wipe it off. Start again. There we go. Huh. It's going to ooze out now like a fountain. Right. Fine, just you do your oozing. Ew, come on, work with me. Okay, maybe I can just put a little bit on my finger, and then I will use my alcohol sanitizer to take it off, and a baby wipe. Alright, so we'll put this bit, I just do mine in stages because I like to just make sure that they're aligned. There is an alignment, yeah, look, these are so self-explanatory, but you know, sometimes people can be, find, I've got no sense of direction, so I struggle with a lot of things in terms of what's supposed to be going the right way, so you're not alone. And I'm going to put that glue aside because that's coming out too much. Let's go back to this one and see if it will work now. Okay. You don't want to work, do you? You don't like me. Right. Oh, we have something happening. You. Hey. Alright, I think it's on the move. Wow. Alright, so we'll do the next part. And then the bottom. We've also got the little cello bags too that you can fill up. I was going to fill mine up with M&Ms, and then I thought, you know, for hygiene purposes and stuff like that, I thought it's probably just good to put the little Snickers in. You know, you can buy them fairly cheaply in the shop. Especially for kids at school or a teacher. Teachers like those little gifts, especially creative ones. I think they find them really fun. I think I'd be pretty tickled if someone gave me one, that's for sure. Alright, so that is your base. Not hard, eh? Pretty good. And now we shall do the lid. I don't think I burnished my lines, did I? I'm not sure if I burnished my lines on the lid. I was probably talking too much. But it's all good. and the bottom. As you can see, they take no time at all. And you've still got plenty of time because Halloween isn't until the 31st of October. So you've got plenty of time to pop in and get these. The postage is very quick. You'll have them here to yourself in no time. You can buy them if you're living in Australia, you can buy them. People often don't realise that you can buy Stampin' Up in Australia. Well, you can. And I've got the links down the bottom to prove it. You don't have to join unless that's what you want to do. And that way you'll save starting at 20% off. But you don't have to. And there's no pressure ever. So that's better. That's fun. So yes, but you can buy direct through the links that I provide down the bottom. Alright, I'm just going to use some hand sanitizer so I don't have any tacky glue all over my project. And I think I will now do, let me have a look. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually put on the ribbon around the top of my lid. So I didn't measure it. Let me just see, maybe I could measure it for you so you've got an idea. And it was just basically the measurement plus a little tiny fraction over. So let me see. Whoop, trying to string it along. And we will snip it about there. Yeah. Oh no, that should be right. All right, so the measurement for this piece is about 11 inches. Give or take a little bit of, you know. And if you're a centimetres person, it will be, let me turn over my little thing, 28.5 centimetres. So there you go. Now I used, what did I use? I used my, let me think, did I use, yes I did. I used this tape to, is that going to be thick enough or too thick? Let me see. No, that fits perfectly. So I ran some tape across the top of the lid to the point where, here's the lid here. It's close, so you want to basically run your ribbon around the top, right up to the edge, but not over the edge, so it just sits really pretty. Ooh, it's in focus. Look at that. Woohoo! It's all happening. Finally, I get something in focus. Heaven forbid. All right, so yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to leave it a little bit down from the lid and just run it around as straight as possible. So I'm just putting the tape on with a fraction of a little bit of a lip there, because it will still hold your ribbon down. But you don't want to see any of it hanging over and looking tacky. Well, what I think is tacky, but I'm very fussy. I'm a fussy girl. I'm a perfectionist. Not fussy, I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be exact. So when you're making a recipe from a book, you know, like a cookbook, and if it doesn't look the same, I don't like it. Scary. Okay, so we will take our tape off because that's just the easiest way to do this. Ew, what's that? Okay. Yeah, I think we need a little pixter here. Just take it all off and we will start to, I have got the, where's my lid? I have got, yes, I think I did try this before, but the actual, the little scallop edge goes downwards on the lid. It doesn't look good going up in my opinion, but you can do it whichever way you want, but I found it, I liked it with the scallop edge going facing down onto the box. So that's how I've done it. So that's how we'll do it today. So we will pop that, I'll start at the back of the coffin and just wheel it around like so. Pulling it nice and firm, I think. because it just looks, you don't want it gaping. This is so fun. So peaceful too. I love crafting. It's such a good therapy. Okay. Alright, so I've left a little bit of an extra piece there. So it could have been a little bit longer. So you probably want to go just a fraction over 11 just to make sure it covers itself up. Which I'm not happy about, but it's just the tutorial. There we go. So that's nicely laid on there. Okay, so that one's done. We've got that ribbon on. So next we'll do the ribbon for this piece in here. And again, I would probably, let me just do this. A bit of an overlap. Yeah, 11.5 again, just to be sure. I'll do a little bit more. Okay, so again, we can start at the bottom. I think I decided to, did I use glue or tape? I used tape. And I think what I did is I put it on the back of this. Sorry, I made this a couple of days ago, and of course I've forgotten how I did it. But it's all good. So just put some of your double-sided tape. I do believe that I initially tried with some Tombow and it doesn't work. So your double-sided tape is your better bet. I will probably take that piece off. So put some double-sided tape on it, strip it off, and we will work around. We'll start at the bottom and we can work our way around it. It wasn't really hard at all. It was just probably fiddly, if that makes sense. So pushing it right into the corners so it seals it up beautifully. Use your finger to sort of like, there's sections here, so just use your finger to push that tape in so that you've got a nice finish on it. And just keep going round. It actually falls into place quite well. I think it's because the size of the actual ribbon is good too. But don't get ahead of yourself in terms of going too fast because you won't have enough ribbon to push into the seams. I'm probably better off doing a 12-inch strip of ribbon so that it does go round and it doesn't create too much of an overlapping. It doesn't leave you short per se. So I'm going to just trim down that little extra bit. Or you could wrap it across if you wanted to. It wouldn't really matter, as you can see. Look at that. It looks so regal. It's so good. It's so vampirish. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh no, it doesn't. I don't like that piece there like that. I'm going to cut that off. Like I said, it's not hard, it's just fiddly. There we go. So just go around and press it all in and it should be all good. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Awesome. Okay, so we have done that. So that's pretty good. All right, so now we'll do our little embellishments and we're almost done. There we go, look at that. All right, so we have already done this piece and we've cut it out using your Big Shot or whatever it is that you've used. So we'll make this look nice and regal. All I used for this was Tombow. It stuck it on beautifully. No problems at all. I'm just getting out all those little pieces. Sometimes you find those little cut pieces. There we go. Alright, so we shall use some glue. You don't want to put it all over the back because it will come through, but you can put it on places that it's got your little, let me just put it into a black focus. So you can just put it on the big pieces. It's going to be fine. Just little dots on the big pieces, it will hold it down perfectly. There's plenty of them. And I just placed it in the middle of the actual lid. Bit of pressure, should stay just fine. Okay, let that dry. And now I have, like I said, I have done my little one previously, but I still don't think it's dry. But the key here is I just want to show you how to put this on. So you get your shimmery crystal effects and just use your pick to hold it down, and you're going to just put a good dollop of it on and spread it around using the nib of the actual applicator. So, but don't keep pushing it, just use the nib to spread it around and make it, you don't need a lot of it, you just need a little bit to cover the area, and just use it to push it around, and it should actually be more than enough. Don't keep squeezing it out because you don't need a lot. So you just pop it around like that, even it all out so it's nice and smooth, and then you set it across to dry. And that's probably why you need to do these first, so that they will dry for you. Oh, that's right, I was going to stick that on there and do it, wasn't I? Silly me. All right, let me see if I can get this one. Yeah, this is kind of, oh, it's not too bad. I'll move this baby out of the way because I'll put my finger in it for sure. Okay, that's what I was going to do. All right, oh yes, that's what I used. I used these funky new black dimensionals. Oh, how exciting. I've got black dimensionals. So I don't know how I'm going to do this without getting it all. Oh, silly me, I should have prepared one yesterday. That's all right. We'll wing it. Okay, just put your little tiny dimensionals on here. I used 3 of the small ones because the packet comes with, I think it comes with 2 large and 2 small. Yes, 2 large and 2 small dimensionals. And they're black. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. All right, black is my favourite colour, for those who don't know. Okay, you could probably do a little bit of intervention here with a pick or a tweezer or something, because it is still wet. And I did pop it down about here. Whoop, on my first one. There we go. So you can see how it's still drying, but you will have that beautiful effect of that shiny plate kind of look. So, and then the last but not least thing that we will do is we will get those dimensionals out of the way. Ooh, our little rhinestones. And I did use some red ones. Because they just look really regal. And they went perfectly with the actual little coffin. Oh. And a couple more. There we go. Oh, how exciting. Now, if I could just cue the Halloween music, I would be happy, but I can't. So There we go. So we'll put a little Milky Bar in there and a little Snickers in there, and we will put the lid on. I'll do these for my son. He'll like them. Okay, there's one, and here is the other one. There you go. Aren't they adorable? Oh my gosh, I love them. Okay, so tutorial is finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you like these and you do give them a go, because they are really fun and the kids are gonna love them. They really are. They're just super fun. So yeah, a coffin treat for your school kids or at the door. I don't know, but they're worth it. They are really worth it. So there you go. That's the tutorial. All the products are going to be listed down below. Please do like, share, subscribe, because that just helps me bring you more tutorials as cute as these, hopefully. And I will see you next time with another tutorial. And that's it. So take care. Have a great Halloween. I might come back with something more. I don't know. Who knows? So take care. Thanks for joining me and have a great Halloween. Bye for now.